Come on, come on.
Are you crazy? Your husband is there.
I want it right here.
A young man named Doug arrives with his parents at their riverside home for their usual summer vacation. The boy brings a box of books with him. His parents tell him that he is too serious for his age, and it's time for him to find a girlfriend. Doug gets a job at a cafe with his handsome friend Herson. Herson is a great love counselor. The young men, thinking they would meet girls and bring them to their garage. They get a mattress and set it up. One day, Doug sees through the window a luxury car driving up to the neighbor's house and a family getting out. Although he can't see the bride's face, he can tell she's beautiful. Elliot visits Doug's family to get to know the neighbors. He heard that Doug can fix boats and offered him to fix his yacht. In the morning, the boy arrives at the yacht and begins the repairs. At this time, Elliot's beautiful, slender bride comes to swim. The young man tries his best not to look, but the bride's beauty is irresistible. Elliot says he will be away for a few days and asks the young man to fix the yacht until he returns. In the evening, he sees from the window that Elliot is beating his wife. In the morning, the young man hears a scream from the yacht and comes running. The bride is scared of a small spider in the car. The young man helps by gouging out the spider's eyes. The bride says that her car is broken, and Doug is ready to fix it as well. The bride approaches the young man, and the boy, who has never seen a girl before, trembles. He shares this situation with his friend Herson. He tells Doug that he should be careful because if Elliot finds out about this, he will kill Doug.
Be careful, he'll rip your skin off if he finds out his doll was having something to do with you.
When Doug comes home from work, Elliot's bride meets him, and he says that she can't get into the house because she has lost her keys. Her name is Lena. The bride's dress, which is stuck to the rain, catches the eye of the young boy, and he again sets out to save the bride. He breaks the basement window, goes inside, and opens the door for Lena. Doug gets a small cut on the glass, and Lena starts to help him. While helping him, Lena says that she is unhappy with her family life and that Elliot does not pay attention to her. Then Doug, who is about to leave, kisses Lena impatiently. He immediately apologizes to the bride. However, the bride decides to continue and takes off her clothes. The juice poisons the boy's brain, and he and the young woman lie on the table together until dawn. Lena says that the night was terrific, but asks him not to tell anyone.
You won't tell anyone?
Doug rushes to work. He can't think of anything else but the night he spent with Lena. When Herson starts talking about girls, he says he's not interested. He doesn't tell anyone about what happened, as he promised. While the guy is repairing the yacht, Lena comes and says that she's tired of this boring life. She wants to go on a ship with the young man to a faraway place and stay there. Doug says that since they're at sea, they can't go far. They'll just get back together. Doug can't meet Lena because Elliot has returned home.
Are you crazy? Your husband is there.
I want it right here.
Elliot likes the young man and offers him advice on how to achieve success in life. He says that you need to be fearless, take calculated risks, and work hard to achieve your goals. The guy does not tell him that he just sweated with his girlfriend yesterday. Elliot goes back to work. Lena and Doug's meetings continue. The young people inadvertently catch the gardener's eye. From that moment on, the two continue to meet in the garage that Doug prepared with Herson. Lena buys 2 phones so that they can always be in touch. Doug asks how the tattoo on Lena's leg came about. Lena does not hide the fact that she had met a girl before. They said that they had a heart tattoo as a symbol of eternal love, but then they quarreled. Elliot returns home to evaluate Doug's work and takes Lena out on a yacht. While Elliot is not looking, Lena tells him that she will discuss her divorce with him that evening. That evening, she calls Doug and asks him to come to the hospital. Elliot beats the woman who brought up the subject of divorce and pretends to have left. Doug asks Elliot to tell the truth. Lena says that Doug doesn't even know what he is capable of. Herson, who finds the woman's underwear in the garage, realizes that his friend is getting into something he shouldn't. He tries to find out the truth, but Doug doesn't say anything. The evening after Elliot returns, Doug is called by Lena. The man who came home finds Elliot's body lying on the floor. Lena says that she had a big fight with her husband and hit him in the head with a fire extinguisher to protect herself. The woman, who begged Doug not to leave her, refuses to call an ambulance. Lena says that because his family is so rich, they will wipe her out like a fly. Doug arranges the death to look like an accident. He and Lena clean the house, then put Elliot's body in the car and take it to the yacht. He puts on a cap and glasses, lights a cigarette, and drives off like Elliot. A security guard spots Doug. Doug sets the yacht on fire and jumps off. In the morning, the police find the yacht and see Elliot's documents. The sheriff comes to Lena and shares the sad story. In the evening, the police come to Doug's cafe and tell him about what happened. Now they say that Lena will become a wealthy widow. Because Elliot's life was insured for $10 million. The insurance company wants to conduct its own investigation. So, Detective Angela Alvarez sends in. The detective immediately takes Lena and questions her. She says that she fought with her husband that evening, he left her, and in the morning she woke up alone. The detective asks if she has another man. But Lena says that she has no one. The experts determined that the cause of death was a head injury. And the guard says that he saw a young man who looks like Doug on Elliot's yacht. The sheriff, although he has known Doug since childhood, does not want to believe it. The sheriff comes to inspect the house with Angela. They notice a broken basement window and bloodstains and immediately take a picture. Doug and Lena meet in the garage. The bride tells Doug that they need to get rid of the phone, as it is evidence against them both. Doug hides the phone under the floor. When he returns home, he sees the sheriff and detective talking to his parents. They say that Lena changed her answer and said that someone was following her, even breaking the basement window and stealing her underwear. They take a saliva sample from Doug. Later, Angela talks to Doug privately. She says that Lena may have fooled you, or maybe you were really following her, but I trust you to have done nothing wrong. The blood tests show that it is Doug's. He was a teenager who would do anything for the girl he liked. Doug gets out of the car without saying anything. Realizing that he has gotten into a big mess, the guy tells Herson everything. Herson, who listens to him, advises him to go to the sheriff and tell him the whole truth. He needs to prove everything. He needs evidence, such as cell phone messages and the gardener seeing them together. Meanwhile, the guy's mother finds Lena's underwear on her son's shelf. Doug listens to his friend and invites the sheriff to a cafe. At this moment, his worried mother calls him and asks him to come home quickly. However, before he leaves, he tells the sheriff that he needs to talk to the gardener. Feeling sorry, the sheriff takes his glass and asks his colleague to do a test. It turns out that the gardener died 2 days ago from a gunshot wound to the head. Doug's parents asked their son to explain everything to them. But before he could open his mouth, the sheriff came to the house. He says that the DNA at the crime scene matches the young man's. At this moment, a message comes from Lena saying that I've gotten rid of the gardener. Now you get rid of the phone. The boy escapes through the window and heads to the garage on a bicycle. Angela, who follows him, calls the police. The phone is not there. But Lena is there. Hearing the police coming, the woman tears her clothes and screams for help. The police, having misunderstood everything, arrest the guy. Angela takes Lena to a motel. Doug asks the sheriff for time and says that he was tricked. The sheriff says he only has 20 minutes and tells the police that she ran away. Doug arrives at the motel and finds a fake ID and phone in Lena's bag. Angela grabs him, hands him up, and calls the sheriff. She takes Lena out. As they leave, the guy notices that they are both having the same tattoos. He realizes that Angela is Lena's lover and colleague. The woman, feeling sorry for the guy, leaves him the phone. So Doug goes to jail for helping the woman. He returns home after prison and asks himself if he could turn back time, would he change anything? But Doug, remembering Lena, thinks that he would do it all over again. We can say that the young man realized that it is more useful to read a book than to be with a woman. What do you think about this movie? Did you like it? Do not forget to comment, share, and like this video.